Alright, this is not what I planned on my first video being. Hey guys, it's Zombie, or Gary here. If you've been on the Discord, you know what's been going on. That a lot of things have happened. If you haven't, you may be wondering what's going on, and why is your first video an update video on if you're okay or not. I'm going to be explaining as much as I can, not going into too much detail in the interest of privacy and safety, but just know the couple of things before I start this off. One, I am 100% fine. No harm has come to me physically. I am okay, so don't worry about that. I am okay. Two, this case is not resolved, and it's still in progress. I'll briefly touch on it at the end. Number three, this is all going to be one take. I don't really want to take the time to edit this and chop it all up. I might show a picture of something later on, but that'll be the most editing that'll happen to this. So let me explain the situation for those of you who have absolutely no idea what's going on. You're just logging on to Discord today and seeing this, or if you're showing up to my channel today and seeing this, let me explain the situation as much as I can. So back in January, I got a new roommate who moved in with me. I originally had a different roommate last semester. However, he left to go live with his friends, so he was subleasing to this guy who was the new guy. So me and him connected fairly quickly. We were talking a lot, just chilling, hanging out. Times were okay. We got along just fine until this situation. So what happened was last Friday, last Wednesday, I took my roommate out to dinner because the past weekend it was his birthday. And I told him a while back that on his birthday, I go take him out to dinner and be my treat. So I take him out to dinner, and while we're out there, I'm like, oh, I don't have enough money on my card, to pay for the bill. So let me pull up my account on my phone, take some money from my savings to my checking, and we'll be good. So when I pull out my phone, I don't see my savings. And it's weird. So I'm like, that's weird. So then I let my roommate mess with it a little bit, and he ends up finding the setting to turn it back on, because somehow it got turned off. So when I saw my savings again, there was a large sum of money missing. A lot of money. Enough to where I was extremely concerned. So immediately I panic, and after dinner I come back here and call my bank and try and see what's going on. And what happened was someone moved the money from my my savings to my checking, and was sending that money out to somebody. Again, in the interest of privacy, I won't be saying specific names or anything like that. So immediately, I take into consideration my roommate, because up to this point, what he had, and this is the reason why. Basically, when I first met my roommate, he told me he didn't have a debit card or anything like that. So what he did was, if he needed money, I agreed to try and help him out by getting a Venmo. And what would happen was his family would send him money from them to Venmo, and then I would put the money from Venmo into my Chase account. And from there, I would just pull the money out of an ATM and give him the money if he needed it. So I guess what was happening was, while he was using my phone to set all that stuff up, he was taking my money. So immediately, as soon as I figure out that's what happened, with my money, I immediately question him. So I asked him, I was like, did you take my money? Because he's my first suspect. And he's like, I didn't take your money, Gary. I think you got hacked. And immediately I question that, because if I got hacked, why would the money that got hacked, or the hacker, send money from my account to somebody that he knew? I feel like it's an important point to mention. The money that was getting sent to somebody he knew, who he claimed was his aunt. I don't even know if it was his aunt at this point. It didn't look like his aunt. The person looked too young. But that's besides the point. So I tell him, okay, well, listen, here's what you need to do. You need to tell your acquaintance. We'll say it's his acquaintance for now. I told him, you need to get in contact with your acquaintance. Tell them they have 48 hours to get me all my money back. If they do not give me my money back, I will be in contact with the police. He's saying, dude, don't go to the police. They ain't going to do shit. That they don't have your money. It was a hacker. I'm like, why would I not go to the police? That's so stupid. So furthermore, leading me to believe that it was him. So I talked to him Thursday, and he says that he got into contact with his acquaintance, and they said they didn't have my money. So I said, okay, I'm going to go to the police then. So I then go to the police on Friday. Now, I feel this is an important point to mention. A couple weeks ago, I was informed by my roommate that his buddy from high school got shot and killed. So he would be leaving on Thursday night to go to his funeral. So I was going to have the apartment to myself for basically most of the weekend. Or so I thought, kind of. You'll get what I mean. So Friday, I filed a police report. I contacted my bank and informed my leasing office of the situation. So here's the reason I was so concerned. For those that don't know, if you're not on the Dumpsville Discord, that's where I have been frequently hanging out. I pinged everyone a certain thing. Let me go ahead and pull it up here. Go to the... let me go ahead and pull it up. So basically what happened was I pinged everyone and said this, and I quote, "Hey guys, I needed to say this now because I don't know if I'll have another chance to later down the road. I'm currently dealing with something that I'm not sure I'm allowed to publicly talk about, and it's serious enough to the point that I am concerned for my own safety and don't know what the future has planned for me. If I post something tomorrow afternoon, then please pretend this never happened. When the time comes, I will explain as much as I can in much detail. If I don't post on here or DM anyone close to me within 48 hours, just know that I love all of you guys and appreciate all the memories we've shared in this crazy little community. And if something does actually happen to me, which I pray it doesn't, then just keep moving on for me and stay future bound." So what I was the reason I was so concerned that my roommate was going to get upset at me, because everything I said up to this point, it's like, okay, yeah, what if it's true that your roommate did this? It's awful, but why would you be so concerned that he's going to do something to you? Allow me to explain. So for the past couple weeks, my roommate has been very emotional because he's been dealing with a girlfriend that is breaking up with him and been getting back and forth arguments with her to the point where they were having screaming matches every morning I was waking up. Like, I was waking up to him, like, screaming at her. And it was awful. And towards last weekend, I swore that it looked like there was a punch in the door. Like, someone had punched the door. And from what he told me, he said he was getting so upset at points that he was throwing his chair. So, as I mentioned before, this past Thursday, he went back to his home to go to his buddy's funeral. So what had me concerned was, oh my God, what is this guy going to do if he's so emotional that he was punching his door, throwing his chair with his girlfriend? One of his best buddies from high school just died, and now he's getting accused of stealing a large sum of money. It led me to believe this dude might try and do something to me when he comes back. Because initially I believe he was coming back Sunday night, which led me to pinging everyone yesterday that, just, I don't know what's going to happen. Just forewarning. So I was extremely anxious throughout the whole weekend. Because originally he said, yeah, I'm coming back Friday night. He didn't come back Friday night. So throughout the whole weekend, I'm anxious as hell. Like, to the point where Friday night, I had a serious migraine and was not able to sleep. Like, I barely slept Friday because I was so concerned of what he was going to do to me. So I waited for him to show up over the weekend. Saturday, I left to go home. So Saturday, I didn't have to worry about it. I was home with my family. And then Sunday, I came back. Sunday, I was thinking, this dude's coming back. He's coming back tonight. I don't know what's going to happen. I need to be ready. So I locked my door and basically just sat in here most of Sunday. He never showed up. So originally I thought he's not coming back anytime soon, unless he shows up early in the morning or something. I was only slightly right. So let's get to the events that happened today. And this is like the main update. This is the things you haven't heard yet. So this afternoon, I went to go grab groceries. And on my way back, my roommate came back. He's back in the apartment. He sends me a couple texts and calls saying, hey, where you at? And I obviously wasn't able to answer because I was driving. As soon as I figure this out, I go to my leasing office and inform them I think he's back. So while I'm in there, he calls me again. So I go ahead and answer. And he acts very strange. Asking a lot of questions like, where you at? What you doing? And as I was getting groceries, like, oh, what'd you get for groceries? And I'm thinking, this is weird. He doesn't normally act like this, like very questioning and things of that sort. So what happened was didn't know what was going to happen if I went up there on my own. So I brought two of the leasing office members up there with me to check the windows because my windows have been broken for a little bit. So we checked the windows while I'm putting away my groceries, check the situation, and we leave. So we head back down, and I was uncomfortable nonetheless. Like, even with those two in there, I was still uncomfortable because I didn't know what he was trying to do. So when we left, we decided I'm going to go to class, and I'm going to just go there for a bit. And while I'm at class, the leasing office was going to calm down and talk about the situation they were having and what they wanted to do. My goal was, I hoped he left as soon as possible. So I go to class, and I was pretty sure and certain that they had contacted him because while I was gone or on my way back, I got several texts and calls from both my roommate and his mother, who were both trying to get in contact with me and ask questions. I was so scared. So I didn't answer either of them. I went back to my leasing office again and told them, hey, what's the update? They informed me of what was going on. They told me they talked to him and all that. I told them that they were trying to call me and stuff. I didn't get any contact with either of them. So then my roommate's mother gets in contact with the leasing office, and basically they agree he leaves tonight. So I was informed he was leaving tonight. I went to my uncle's to go hang out with him for a bit because he kind of lives close nearby. So I talked with him for a bit while they were getting all that settled. And now we're here. I'm all alone in my apartment, and my roommate is gone. So now I am perfectly safe. So what happens now might be a question you're thinking. The case is still ongoing because obviously I'm still missing some money, but some of the money has been returned to me, a chunk of it. I've gotten some of it back, but I still need all of it. If needed, I'll make another video to update you guys. I'm hoping I don't have to, and I can probably just talk about it on Discord. So hopefully I won't need to make another video on this. I hope this is the only time I ever have to do something like this. But that's basically everything. That's as much as I want to talk about right now without going into too much detail. Before I end this video, I want to thank you guys so much for all of the love and support you have sent my way. You guys made a little message when Dumbsville pinged everyone to say to pray for me, showing the picture of everyone I did. And you guys made a message saying, "We love Gary." And I'm not going to lie, when I saw that, I about cried. I appreciate it so much, guys. Just thank you all for being here, for being supportive with me. I hope you all I don't even know. Just thank you guys. As mentioned, I'll update if needed. So I'm going to wrap it up now before I keep repeating myself. Thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.